Hello, Daniela. How you doing today? So let me tell you that in this session we're gonna discuss some of the practical exercises. Okay, the objective for this one is to enhance the weaknesses that you have been presenting during the previous sessions about this one. So that's why that I made up my mind to make a practical class. Okay, so let's start here. We're gonna start with the vocabulary section. Okay, so that we got 7 sentences, and we have to complete with one of the words that are in the box. Okay, and there are two extra words that we don't need to use, right? So let's analyze the first one. So let me tell you, the words that we have are antique, annual, transform, calendar, adjust, waterproof, overcome, regards, and compass. Let's analyze the first sentence we got here. If you get lost during the camping trip, uh, will be useful. So which word do you consider that we can use for completing this sentence? Okay, let's see. The word that we have to use here is compass. Okay. If you get lost during the camping trip, a compass will be useful. Okay. Okay, good. Let's see. The compass in Spanish, according to this sentence, means brújula. Okay. Something that we use when we get lost, right? Let's analyze the number two. It was difficult for Kathy to her fear of heights. Which word do you consider is the best one? So the right word that we have to use here is overcome, right? Got it. It was difficult for Kathy to overcome her fear of heights. Good. Let's analyze the number three. In number three, we have I hope your watch is because it just fell in the pool. So which word would you use for completing that such sentence? Yes, we're gonna use waterproof, right? Waterproof. We're gonna underline this, and we got waterproof. Waterproof, okay? So the sentence is, I hope your watch is waterproof because it just fell in the pool. Okay, very good. What about the question, the sentence number four? Try to analyze it. Which word would you use there? I bought a beautiful, yeah, that's right, antique, okay, antique armchair at a garage sale. Very good. So we're gonna disappear this. Remember that you have two extra words, okay, that you won't need in this session. Let's see number five. We got I hired an interior designer to my old living room into a bedroom. So which word would you use for this sentence? So which word? Remember that we only have annual, transform, calendar, adjust, regards. That's all. Yeah, it's gonna be transform. Okay. So we got transform. Okay. I hired an interior designer to transform my old living room into a bedroom. Okay. So we already used transform. Now let's analyze the sentence number six. And we got I'll check my what? Remember the words that we got. But I don't think I'm free next Monday. Okay, we got annual, calendar, and regard. Yes, it's calendar. Okay. So the sentence is, I'll check my calendar, but I don't think I'm free next Monday. We're gonna touch this word, calendar, and then we got give Sally my. Let's see here. So we got adjust annual and regards. Yeah, it's gonna be regards, okay? Give Sally my regards when you see her and tell her to give me a call, okay? So this one, regards. So the two unnecessary words are annual and adjust, okay? Very good. So my question is, have you got any questions about this vocabulary section? Okay, good. We're gonna continue with the activity number two or letter B, complete with the correct form of the words in capital. So if you notice at the end of each sentence, you got a word, a blended word in capitals. So we need to use, I don't know if you remember that in the last session, we were discussing about how to form some words in another category by using suffixes, right? So we can use a verb, we can use the suffix ion, eon, like act, action, from verb becomes to a noun, etc., etc. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here. Let's see the first one. We have Lucy's was completely unpredictable. So we got the word react. If we use the suffix eon, we got reaction. Okay. Lucy's reaction was completely unpredictable. Good. Try to analyze number two. What do you think about this? How would you transform the word fair? So how would you do it there? The sentence says, I don't want to be fair, fairness, or unfair. So let's divide the house equally. Is unfair, okay? I don't want to be unfair. So let's divide the housework equally. Good. What about number three? What do you think about number three? All day should be at least 18 years old. So the word that we're gonna use is compete. So this word, don't forget that it's working as a verb. But if we add some suffixes, can become as a noun. Okay, that is the word that we're looking for this sentence. All day, we got competitors. Okay, competitors. All the competitors should be at least 18 years old. Yeah, very good. Now, the sentence number four is for you. So, what do you think? We got the new secretary is, we have experienced, but she's willing to learn. So, what do you think is that? If we use a prefix, which prefix do you think is the best one? Unexperienced, inexperienced? Which one do you think is the correct one? Try to analyze. In that case, we have to use a prefix, okay? It's gonna be in. We have inexperienced, okay? The new secretary is inexperienced, but she's willing to learn. Let's see number four, number five. It says, let's see, if you can't spend a lot of money on redecorating your apartment, just paint it. Is which word would you use there? How would you do it? Which prefix would you use? On or in? Is an expensive or is inexpensive? What do you think? Yes, is inexpensive, right? So the sentence is, if you can't spend a lot of money on redecorating your apartment, just painting it is an expensive way to make it look nicer. So this is related, the two exercises, it's related to just vocabulary, okay? So how to use some words by context, okay? The most important part here is to understand what the sentence or question means, okay? And according to that, so you have to look for the proper word, the right word for completing that. Now, let's see this one. This is related to, some of them are related to vocabulary as well, and some others related to some grammar tenses. What do you think about the first one? We got, I can't believe you are. Then we got criticizing, blaming, accusing, or considering me of something I didn't do. So, based on your experience, which word would you use? Yes, it's letter C, right? As accusing, right? So the sentence is, I can't believe you are accusing me of something I didn't do. Good. Let's see number two. My sister won first prize, medal, treasure, or reward in the poetry contest. Which word would you use? Yes, we got letter A, right? We got prize. Good. Let's see number three. Ted gets bored easily at work because he has to do a lot of non-existent, appealing, gifted, mindless task. Tell me, which word would you use there? Okay, good. That's right. That's letter C. Gifted. Okay, gifted tasks. Let's analyze number four. Try to analyze. Try to read and analyze which has been the best answer for him. So which word do you have? Which word would you use? I have been going, doing, playing, joining. Yeah, that's right. That is doing. Letter B, right? Doing. Good. Let's see number five. I don't have clue, honor, proof, effort, how I'm going to solve this problem. Yes, it's letter A, right? I don't have a clue how I'm going to solve this problem. Let's see number six. Mike wasn't looking where he was going and turned out, bumped into, jotted down, or showed up. Yes, it's letter B, bumped into, right? The street sign. What about number seven? I didn't want to join the spelunking club, but my friends insisted, convinced, defeated, or got along. Which word would you use? Insisted, convinced, defeated, or got along? Yes, that makes sense. It's the letter A, right? Insisted. What about the last one, number eight? I think Diane is suffering from endurance, adjustment, evidence, or exhaustion. Do you know how many hours she works a day? Yeah, this is a letter D. That's right. Good. So if you can see here in this exercise, it's related to vocabulary as well, but we include some grammar tenses, okay? So the most important here, as I told you before, is to analyze the context, right? And then to try to look for the right word, okay? Let's continue to grammar section. We got the first one. I, then we got the desert jet. Don't prepare, prepared, haven't been prepared, or haven't been preparing. Yes, it's letter B. I haven't been prepared the desert jet. Present perfect, right? Good. Let's see number two. Cold, we have cold, we are calling, or we have been calling Jack all morning, but he isn't picking up. Do you know where he might be? Yes, it's a letter D. We have been calling. Why? Because remember that in this sentence is making emphasis on the duration of the action, okay? All morning. Good. What about number three? Where were you? Your mom, your mother has been looking, is looking, has looked, or looked for you for an hour. Yes, the same context as at first, right? The most important here is the duration of the action, right? Where were you? Your mother has been looking for you for an hour. Good. What about number four? Please drive a little slow, a slowed, more slowly, or more slow. I'm getting dizzy. A little slow, a little slowed, a little more slowly, or a little more slow. Letter C, right? More slowly. Good. Good. Remember that here, if we make a comparison between letter C and D, so we cannot use more with the adjective slowed, okay? Slowly is an adverb, so we can use it, right? Okay, good. Okay, Daniela, let me tell you that this has been a little practice about the things that we have been discussing during all the sessions in this tutoring. Let me tell you that the final exam is gonna be a little bit similar like this. So you need to practice here. It's gonna be by you. So we got a little a short text that you have to select the correct words, okay? Then we got another that we have to combine regarding to using the first word that is given there. And we have a listening section. This listening section, the audio is on the session number 6, okay? Let's see in the next session, okay? Bye-bye.